Hey, what's up, YouTube friends? This is Bonnie from the Lewis House on the Prairie, and today I'm going to take you guys on a tour of our two freezers, show you how I have them organized. Hopefully I have a couple tips and tricks for you along the way that'll help you out. So come along! So we are outside in my garage that's attached to the house, and this is our big chest freezer. So it's a Kenmore, and this is mainly where we keep all of our meat because we try to store up big amounts of meat at the same time. So let's take a peek. Okay, this is some ice cream that's usually not in here, but it didn't fit in the downstairs freezer that we'll show you. So underneath this ice cream is our big roasts from our half a beef that we get every year. A local rancher raises just beautiful black Angus cows, and we get a half of one every year from him. So this is what's left of our ground beef, which, as you can tell, it's getting pretty low. These are bags of tomatoes. I have found out on YouTube that you can freeze tomatoes whole, and then when you thaw them out, the peels slip right off and you can simmer your own spaghetti sauce. So we have a couple bags of tomatoes to process here pretty soon when we have the energy. Now this is what's left of our ground elk. My husband was able to get an elk last hunting season, which was amazing. It was our first elk. These baskets on top I love, and they hold miscellaneous items. This is all the pumpkin that we have pureed. This was our fish collection. It's looking pretty sad. If we find a good sale on fish, we will buy some. That's rhubarb from this past spring. So we want to make jelly or strawberry rhubarb pie. We've got that. These baskets just slide. Here are, it's kind of a combination of beef and elk, and it's steak cuts mostly. So there's lots of elk steaks there. There's more tomatoes I'll need to process. Some elk steaks in this one. So we also raise some of our own pastured chickens. So we have a couple of those left here. I do buy chicken thighs. And that's pretty much the only meat I regularly buy. Now we have some pork and some ham back under here under the chicken. And this is more pork. We raised a couple of pastured pigs this last year. And so we have some of that left over, some sausage and some bacon, just a little bit here to choose from. So that is the main meats that we have. All right, we're downstairs in our basement, and here's our new upright freezer that we have. Now I'll show you how I have it organized. I have a combination of fabric baskets and some clear plastic baskets that I got all from Marshall's. I just found whatever ones were the best deal. And the top shelf, I have contraband, if you will. The two boys that are in our house, my husband and my son, don't have any food allergies. So they can have regular cheese, regular pizzas, just whatever. We have some mini pizzas here, some burritos for them. So that's their half of the freezer. We have some food allergies in our house. Me, my two daughters, we are dairy-free, gluten-free, and egg-free. So there are some products I want to show you. I'm not sponsored by anyone, but I would like to show you just to make your life easier if you'd like to clean up your diet or if you have food allergies in your house. These bags of already made veggies that are ready to just microwave are so helpful. This is spaghetti squash. And there's no other ingredient besides spaghetti squash in here. And zucchini noodles. And it's just zucchini. And riced cauliflower. And these help us have healthy, fiber-filled, nutrient-dense options for avoiding regular noodles or regular white rice. And really, once you put your sauces and your seasonings, it's really hard to tell. So we grew a garden, so we had a lot of veggies to freeze. So I just bought some chalk labels off Amazon. I'll try to link them below if you would like some of these, with a chalk pen. And I just have my fabric baskets, which have worked great. It froze the vegetables just as fast as anything else. I didn't have a problem with this fabric. I think they work great. But I just labeled what's in here so people know what to get, where to find it. And some more of our products that we just absolutely love. Siete brand tortillas. They have almond flour and cassava flour. I find these at Walmart, and these are amazing. These Amy's gluten-free, non-dairy burritos. I find these at Walmart, Albertsons, our Smith's Kroger store. These are great for quick lunches for work or just for anyone to have a snack. These Blake's gluten-free chicken pot pies are amazing. There's no dairy, there's no egg in the crust, and we just really like these, especially for a quick work lunch or lunches at home. These are super delicious to have an option. And our favorite alternative butter is this Miyoko's Creamery cultured vegan butter. It seems to have the healthiest ingredients. There's nothing hydrogenated in there. There's no dairy. It contains cashews, though. It has some cashew milk in there, coconut oil, and it tastes really good. And down below is where I have all my fruit that I have collected and frozen. I order from a place called Allison's Pantry. It's amazing. And so I just have blueberries and all of our miscellaneous mangoes and fruit for smoothies in the morning. If you are short on time in the mornings and you're rushing off to things, I would recommend you get a quart-sized canning jar, fill it with your favorite frozen fruits and berries to get those nutrients, those antioxidants into you. And it'll be thawed and ready to just pop in your blender in the morning, throw a fresh banana in there, some protein powder if you like that, and just blend it up and you have yourself a breakfast on the go. And then you can also make your lunch into a smoothie. You can just pack a salad if that's easier, but you can also have a spinach smoothie in a jar, pop that in your blender, put the lid on, take it to work to have. I really like salad blended up, and you can add your fruit to it, like a banana or some mango to hide the flavor of how much greens you have in there, but it's a really good way of getting lots of green leafy greens into you. Okay, so that is how I have my freezer organized. So I would recommend everyone get an extra freezer, whether you can fit one of these in or just a small chest freezer. I think every household that has a busy family to feed needs an extra freezer. So if you find a sale, if you're able to grow anything, you have a place to store this extra stuff. And in your kitchen, I would recommend that your freezer have very minimal things in it, only the stuff that you think you're going to need for that week. So you've made your meal plan, you know what you're going to have for breakfasts, and you know what you're going to need to incorporate in your dinners. You bring up a stack of the vegetables, a stack of the fruits that you need for that week. Maybe you buy pre-frozen waffles. Put that up in your kitchen, but nothing else. Don't have it full of stuff that is going to distract you from just your next week. I would recommend everyone prepare the night before for your next morning. Have your fruit in a jar thawing out overnight. Have your lunch salad made, and just prepare yourself for success every day. Just take an extra 15 minutes every night, prepare your lunch, prepare your breakfast, get all the stuff moved up that you need for the week. And that's it for this week's episode. Stay tuned next week.